I'm your future wife.
What? Wow.
We're in.
Oh, we're in.
We had
Definitely.
goosebumps at the same moment, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, you actually...
When you said, I'm going to be your future wife.
Oh,
or
good,
you're
I'm
my
glad.
future husband.
Yes.
That's it.
What, yeah. She got... It looks absolutely beautiful. So your character, Claire, falls in love with a time traveller. Now, look, it sounds romantic, but there's got to be a hitch in there somewhere.
There is very much a hitch, yeah. I mean, it's a difficult way for them to kind of kick off any sort of marriage with him always kind of bouncing back and forth through time. It's not a great start. But certainly this show, it blends elements of romance, of course, and sci-fi and also reality. And so the hitch is that she never quite knows when he does time travel, just how long he's going to be gone. And of course, that kind of adds to her anxiety and not knowing if he's going to be in danger. And of course, when he then time travels, he can't take anything with him. So his clothes drop, and then he also then kind of ends up in, well, wherever he does end up. But yeah, you know, he has no phone, he has no kind of wallet, and he's got to pretty much fight for his survival.
Be awkward.
That would.
I've heard a few husbands use that excuse on that. I was time travelling.
Leave me be. Yeah.
Not again.
Oh, 1962.
So Stephen Moffat wrote it, and he's got good form when it comes to time travelling, because, of course, he wrote Doctor Who.
Yes.
So very much in safe hands with this one, then.
Very much in safe hands, and I feel like there was no better candidate to adapt this very much beloved book. And he's fantastic. You know, his writing, it's so thorough. There's fantastic amount of depth, and no, it was a real joy to be able to kind of bring it to the screen.
Oh, that's lovely. Now, you had to portray characters from the ages of 16 to 70. What was your favourite age to play?
I'm going to go with when I was 16 years old. I loved it. So I was able to get these hair extensions that kind of came all the way down to the hips, and I found myself kind of twiddling with the hair, and that then informed a little bit of the body language and kind of made me feel hopefully, or at least hopefully look a little bit more immature.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
you
yeah,
can fully pull it off, to be fair.
Fully
pull it off. So what we thought was, we'd project forward and see what we would look like at 70, because you play yourself
Very
at
nice.
70 in the film.
Yeah.
So this is what happened. Why did we do this? I mean,
You don't look bad at all.
to be honest,
Guys,
you
you both
don't.
look cracking.
And now that we know that, it might be time to have a look at some options. Now that we've seen the future, it might be time to check out some options.
Rose, if you were to be able to travel in time, what part of your life would you like to travel to?
I feel like it would be the summer after GCSEs. I had such a blast that summer just because you were free from all the examinations and you kind of left the exam hall on the final one being like, oh my God, I've now got nothing but an entire summer holiday of celebrating and being with my mates.
Nice.
And obviously the sun was shining back then.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I think everybody can remember that freedom and relate to that. What's yours, Iain, if you could go back?
When Scotland beat England 0-0 at Wembley.
it's a good moment.
It was a great day. It was a good day for me that day.
Now, many remember you, of course, from Game of Thrones, and you met your husband, Kit Harington, on set there. You've had a little baby. Congratulations.
Congrats.
Yes,
And you
thank
took the baby to set when you were making Time Traveller's Wife. Now, I've recently had a baby. It's quite tricky some days.
Yes.
Sometimes baby plays ball, sometimes not.
Very, very
How did you
true.
find it?
It was tough. As you well know,
Yeah.
it was tough, but it was, I feel that I felt very, very privileged knowing that, you know, Kit was there with us. And so when I did leave for work, I felt like, well, at least our boy has one parent there, as it were. I felt very happy to be able to know that as I set off. But you're right, it's a balance to strike. I don't think there's a perfect 50-50, but I think certainly trying to navigate that balance.
Iain, you also had your first child with your wife, Laura Whitmore, last year. How's parenthood treating you?
Much of the same, really. Obviously, it's a big adjustment, but it's just the best thing, just watching this little person sort of learn to laugh and play, and they learn to knocking a block together, and you're like, no other baby is capable of that. I must have
So advanced.
I must have the most intelligent baby that's ever lived. This baby can stand. I can't imagine any. So it's amazing. And the same thing, you sort of get the work balance, and I'm so lucky to have Laura by my side to helping out, and I'll obviously help out wherever I can, and it's sort of a lot of collaborative efforts.
It's a little tripod now,
Yeah,
isn't
we're
it?
a tripod.
There you go.
I like that.
Like it, yeah, it's good. All right, The Time Traveller's Wife continues on Sky Atlantic with new episodes released on Mondays.
So we've got music, we've got brilliant telly. Now let's have some comedy.
Yes, here's a snippet from Iain's new show, Failing Upwards.
You ever been at a wedding, talking to your best mate, so normal, and then at the corner of your eye, you spot the wedding photographer? Yeah, that's great, yeah.
Now,
That round of applause was for the producer for finding a clip that was appropriate for the one show.
it wasn't easy.
You know it.
You had to watch the whole thing 4 times.
Now, apparently the special is about you struggling to function socially. Now, you don't seem shy in any way.
No.
Can you give us an example?
Yeah, I feel like when I'm not, I suppose I am a little bit shy, but I feel like I'm sort of introverted in the sense that when I'm nervous, I sort of get louder. And I almost, you ever that thing where you're loud in a social setting and almost feel like I'm having this out-of-body experience where I just look at myself being annoying, going, why, stop talking. But yeah, I always try and, things just tend to go wrong for me. Like I tried to get in shape recently, went to hot yoga, very London thing to do, and then a man stole my shoes while I was there. So that's like... And then,
Very unfair.
yeah, I know. I just went into the changing room to get dressed afterwards and a man just had my shoes on. I said, those are my shoes. He went, no, they're not. And he walked out with my shoes on. And I can't run after him because I was in hot yoga, so you have to wear pants in hot yoga. I mean, that's what the woman told me. I don't know if that's actually true.
Okay.
We once went to hot yoga.
You've got to wear a little... You've got to wear not a lot of clothes.
It's boiling.
Well, yeah,
but that's the point. And Charlie, my husband, opened the fire exit and went, it's a bit hot in here, isn't it?
I need to hang out with your husband. We'd have a great time.
Brilliant.
Awful. Now, you talk in your stand-up about the pressures of social media.
Yes.
I mean, how pressurised do you feel?
Do you know what? Less so now. I feel like I've sort of... I feel like social media is such a funny thing because I feel like my generation, the millennials, we were sort of... We're the generation that we wanted to perform, and so social media is sort of like capitalism is almost like I've given this solution. Now you can perform all the time for no reason whatsoever, and we all lost our mind. But I feel like everyone's finally starting to realise, okay, this doesn't need to be all the time.
Yeah,
there's enough opinions now. We can all take a step away, so I'm quite
Rose,
glad.
you're not on social media at all.
I'm not, no.
Congratulations.
I never have been. I never have been. Kind of like from the beginning. I remember Facebook when it first cropped up. I remember thinking that you actually needed a camera to be able to upload the photos. And I was like, well, I don't have a camera. So then that ship sailed, and I was like, and I haven't looked back since, so yeah.
Very good. All right, Iain, you obviously narrate Love Island. You have one of the most recognisable voices in the business. What's it like getting up on stage with having a more recognisable voice than a face?
My voice is more famous than my face, which is sort of, you know, it's great if you're out and about because you can keep a bit of, you can say it, remain anonymous. Yeah, hard when you're trying to like order a Chinese takeaway late at night. Someone's like, "Are you the Love Island guy?" You're like, "Not now, please." I just want my chow mein.
And they are going, now Love Island this year, big news, because we know you love it, Rose.
I do.
Yeah.
I do, I'm a big
So
fan.
big news, Love Island is going a little bit more eco this year. Now, tell us how this is happening.
We're, I mean, I'm not the go-to person when it comes to things like this. I can see the Love Island PR already panicking. This has been given to me. But we're going pre-love this year on the clothing.
Right, so on the swimwear?
I think the swimwear is purely for the individual people involved.
In your mind now, you're thinking, please don't ask me anymore, aren't you? Because you don't know the
No,
details.
I'm absolutely happy to talk about this at length. I just don't know if ITV are happy with me talking about it at length.
But it's good.
He's going to say something stupid and get us into trouble. Possibly.
It's a good move in the right direction.
It absolutely, do you know, but genuinely, it absolutely is. Do you mean fashion industry is has a big impact on climate and all those sorts of things? So it's great that we're stepping away from that sort of thing and moving to pre-loved.
So, Rose, you said you love Love Island, bit of a guilty pleasure. What is it you love about it?
Oh, what don't I? I love everything about it. For me, it is your comedy. Your comedy makes
thank
it.
you
Your
so
narration,
much.
and always has done. But also, it's a little bit like Wimbledon. Like when it comes back around again, you're a bit like, we're here in the summer.
Yeah.
We can get kicking. This is
It does
our
sort
summer
of
has
signify
arrived.
the beginning of summer.
Love Island's been compared to so many things, but Wimbledon is
No,
my
it's never
absolute favourite. I love it.
Ian's stand-up special, Failing Upwards, is available on Amazon's Prime Video next Friday. Thank you, Michelle, and good luck to Bradford. Now we have connections.
We do indeed. My best friend comes from Bradford.
There you go. Ian's gig there. What are they like?
Lovely.
Cultured?
Yeah, they were lovely in the Alhambra. I think it was called the Alhambra. They were good guys and girls.
Well, next week we'll be visiting Wrexham and Southampton in the bid to become the next city of culture. And there you are. Thank you to all of our guests, to Iain and to Rose and to Florence. Now, Ian's comedy special is out next Friday, and you can see Rose, of course, in The Time Traveller's Wife on Monday night. It's absolutely bootable. Speaking of which, he's done it again, Ronan Keating. I hope he's back in time for next Thursday. What's he like, Rose? Just disappearing like that. Now, playing us into the weekend is the fantastic Florence and the Machine with Free.